Hello, welcome to the Shantavia Chronicles, and I am your host, Miss Shantavia. Today we're going to be talking about Hollywood. Hollywood is wonderful, Hollywood is fun, Hollywood is evil, and you need to run away from it. But today we're going to talk about the so-called evil side of Hollywood, which I kind of touched on the other video, the one right after this one. So yes, we see these celebrities, we see these actors, we see these musicians, making all this money in Hollywood, and it seems like they're, living their best life. And then next thing you know, there's a real quick, sharp turn, which is they are having entities follow them and they don't know what's going on, and then they're pronounced crazy, and then they are having all kinds of legal issues, like out of the blue. This person was just like easygoing and happy and never drunk, never did drugs, to this person who like is out of control, doing drugs, doing alcohol, like staying drunk, and just a whole turn of the person they were from the person who they are now in Hollywood. So yeah, in my last video we talked about Paramount and the Paranormal Mountain, and it's what is that? It's homage to the fallen angels and the 21 leaders of the fallen angels, and so how the stars are connected to the angels that were in heaven. Because when people think about stars, they think about heaven, and they was like your family members, that star in heaven and stuff like that. And so it is incorporated into Hollywood from the fallen angels that allegedly is still here. They're here to the end of the earth. That's what God said. They're going to be here to the end of the earth. And so the fallen angels might be the Disney CEOs. It might be the CEOs of Universal, the CEOs of Sony. Those entities that control us, that have been here forever and in a supernatural form, and messing up the minds of the regular people, regular smegular people who they're trying to make it in the industry as a actor, writer, singer, or producer, and they're being being attacked by these entities for no reason. I mean, they never dabbled in stuff that was ungodly or dark, and they even showed them from the beginning that they're this bright-eyed person with, the world ahead of them and happy. And that's why we like them in Hollywood. But at the end, they end up in drugs and just going crazy like, and in mental institutions, and also trouble with the law. So I kind of touched on it a little bit about the entities. Hello, thank you for the hearts and flowers. Yeah, I talked about it in the last video about the entities and how they are, being called crazy like Cat Williams, Britney Spears, and halfway Beyonce, all of them, they're being called crazy like, and they've been telling us every year that, there's entities that we can't see that's controlling, like the 10 families that's controlling, and they're in like some supernatural form, and we just have to deal with it because that's what the world we live in. And so now I'm talking about in this video about the jail part of Hollywood slash, the entities that's coming after people with the jail part of it. And so in this video, I'm going to show you an actor who was filming, in the jail in California, Hollywood, California. He was just there doing a project, and he saw some paranormal things, and they are paranormal things that, are in the jails. So if there are paranormal things in people's houses, like I showed in the last video about the lady that did the voice for the animated Pocahontas, how you saw the entities following her from the police camera. Thank God we got police cameras now. Yeah, I'm this color, so I'm glad that we got the police cameras now. And yeah, they saw entities at the jail. You know, Cat Williams and other people that's in the industry or high up. They talk about how the 8 families own the jail. So if they own the jails and they're part, what is that, the fallen angels slash the Nephilim or whatever, that, you know, they can post up in the jail, probably in their evil form, their what is that, fallen angel form, and the Nephilim form of the supernatural still in that form. And so this Hollywood actor was just filming for a movie, and he caught these evil entities in the jail. So your Hollywood singer, your Hollywood actor slash comedian who that you love and adore, and all of a sudden that they're just going crazy and picking up all kinds of crazy charges for no reason. You're like, I know that person. What the hell is going on with this person out of the blue? But the Nephilim, the 8 families, the fallen angels are in the jails, and they are in the jails in their demon form, their black wings, black forms, and I'm about to show you the video today. So buckle up and let's get into it. All right, give me 1 second to get this together. Oh no. Let's get this together. Yep.
Yes. Can you see? No. Can you see? No.
Okay.
Can you see?
Let's turn this up.
No.
And we're gonna hit this one.
There's hell on earth, I think.
Okay. I don't know who the person is who did this video, but I'll find out and I will put it in the description for you guys so you can check out this person. And here we go. Yeah, let's turn it this way. Yeah, you're gonna see the Nephilim slash fallen angels in their regular form. All these charges, all these laws being made by the eight head families, whatever, that's like in the supernatural evil realm that everyone's talking about, slash the Illuminati. You're gonna see them in their natural form in the freaking jail. So brace yourself. Here we go.
There is hell on earth, I think that was it. We were shooting outside of Santa Fe at the Old Main Prison facility, which has now obviously been closed down for many years. I'd like to take a little tour of Death Row and the gas chamber. And I said, why the hell not? So then as I entered the gas chamber and turned around and sat down in the chair, I was shaking a little bit. I was a little bit sweaty and a little nervous, obviously. It's not every day you sit in a gas chamber chair. We saw black shapes sitting in chairs. We ran so fast at the top of the stairs. There's a silhouette, and we just stared at it. And it started to spread its wings. And then we looked up, started flying at us with this sort of prehistoric kind of guttural scream.
Yeah, you saw that. Why would he lie? I mean, he's a Hollywood actor making millions and millions of dollars, and he's already there. He don't have to, you know, beg to be known. I forgot his name, but yeah, he's already made it. Why does he need to lie? He went into the jails in California, one that was closed, and took a detour into the execution chamber and saw 4 entities, black wing entities. You guys think it's a game out here? It's not. It's not a game. When you get into these companies, you sign these contracts, you open yourself up to all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, I didn't know I would, but I said in my other video that I'm going through stuff, you know. I'm like feeling dark presence around me. I'm like seeing dark shadows at the corner of my eye. And like when I'm sleeping, only when I'm sleeping, I feel like something is like pulling and pushing on my head or whatever. It's trying to wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So they say 3 o'clock is the But yeah, so when I be sleeping, I feel hands, pushing on my head where there's pain and pushing on my leg to give me pain so I can open my eyes at 3 o'clock in the morning / the witching hour. So I'm like, I'm staying asleep, and none of this was happening to me until I did the lawsuit with Disney almost 3 years ago. And so it's been crazy. And you hear from, people all the time talk about weird stuff happening in California and how the devil and the demons are there. And so these people already made it. They don't need to give like a lying account. Why would they do that? They already made millions of dollars, and wouldn't they want to stay in the industry that makes them millions and millions of dollars? So it wouldn't make sense. So I believe these people because I'm going through what I'm going through myself. And so, yeah, it's crazy out here with these people in Hollywood. You think you seeing a person and a regular everyday person and you just doing a job like a regular person getting up and doing the job, but it's a whole different ball game when you're in Hollywood and they have homages to these entities and fallen angels and stuff. And so when you sign up for it, believe it or not, you sign up for something else as well. And, they talk about, Hollywood, they always say that the actors and singers that, the government is going against them because they jealous and they hate us or something like that. And they just want the 8 families to be rich. They don't want the regular smuggler people to be famous and rich. And what they say, they're the Numinati, they're the Nephilim, they're the fallen angels, and that's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, like, if a person worked for you and they come to your job every day, why would you, want something horrible to happen to them and wish badness upon them? So it has to be something other than regular smuggler stuff happening in Hollywood. And I showed you that video because, they always talk about the jail system and what's going on now. A lot of these entertainers are just performing and weird stuff is happening. People are dying. A$AP Rocky was in court trying to get a life charge, and they were just taking people to jail for life charges for like traffic stops and like barely anything. They just taking them to jail for like silly stuff. And so yeah, even the white entertainers and the white singers saying they're just going to jail for stupid stuff. And think of it, they say even, the regular smuggler people that the government is out to get us, and they take regular people to jail for regular smuggler stuff and make laws. If you go read the law books in different states or whatever, you be like, that's a law? You can't, eat food or whatever after 6 o'clock, or you going to jail, or you can't be at a certain place at a certain time, or you going to jail. If you wear brown pants, you're going to jail. If you wear red shirts on the wrong day, you going to jail. You like, who and why, these people are making these laws. Won't the laws affect them? But they have to be abnormal to be making these laws about, all this stupid stuff to get us as a people arrested. I mean, wouldn't there be a lot of paperwork just taking to jail people for like stupid stuff? I mean, why would you waste your time making this law, these crazy laws? And it has to be something that is more in depth that we're not seeing as regular smuggler human beings. And so that's why I definitely put on that video about, them going into the prisons where they try to throw us as regular Americans in prison for like any and everything in the prisons, in the jail for any and everything, that there's demons, actual demons sitting in the jails waiting to devour us. And so you need to think about that video. It's like, oh, people see dark shadows everywhere. I mean, you go in your house, you could go to the wrong, like a deserted place and see a dark shadow. But no, a prison and there's dark winged shadows there. that's something that you need to think about, because yeah, the prison is closed now, but they always reopening prisons and remodeling them. And that's where your life ends. That's where people's lives ends. Death row. Especially if they're getting all these racketeering charges. That's the new word of the decade. Racketeering charges and what is that? Petty charges, and getting all these years for petty stuff. And your life is over for petty stuff. And there's actual demons sitting in the jails. Even if you don't get on the death row, if you in jail, there's demons upstairs deciding your life right now. Of the Nephilim and the fallen angels deciding your life right now, sitting in the jails in their natural dark winged form, deciding your life, deciding the laws for your life forever, for you and your kids right now. Their dark winged figures are there. And so that's why I showed you this video today about that Hollywood actor just so happened to be filming in the prison, and they was running for their life, just like Home Chick in the other video. Check out my other video. And yeah, and I'm glad he was able to tell us a story about what's in the prisons upstairs. There are like 5 dark winged demons sitting there deciding our fate, deciding my fate, deciding your kids' fate right now. So you need to look into that. And I'm going to show you another video, just in case you forgot about who the Nephilim slash dark angel slash demon, what is that, fallen angel people are. I'm about to show you that those families who are the Illuminati per se, that's coming against us, that's doing all this evil stuff and these crazy laws about you can't wear brown pants on Tuesday and red shirts on Wednesday, and taking us to jail and prisons. So let's look at it. Okay, let me get this video ready for us. Give me 1 second. Yes. Kinda new to this. Where is it? Oh no. It's dark.
People. Y'all, I'm Inspector Gadget.
Let's turn it down. Okay. Last video. Okay. Yep. Pause. I'm trying to stop it. What the heck? They like, come on, I'm losing battery. So yeah, I am going against Disney since almost 3 years ago, and I'm trying to get my money from them, and crazy stuff been happening to me, and crazy stuff is happening in general. I don't know if, like, you know, politically, and what is that, crazy laws and stuff like that. And these are the people who is doing it. The Nephilim, fallen angel people, are the Draculans. Oh man, they have to get me, man. What is going on with the... Okay, let's go back. What is going on with this thing? I need to be light. Okay, well, we just have to work when we did it, because I had to get a new charger. So we're just gonna work what we needed. Okay.
The Rothschilds. Those same people are those who run the world today, and let's name them. Those same people are those who run the world today, and let's name them. The Pursuers, the Rothschilds, the Astors, the Bundys, the Collins, the DuPonts, the Freemans, the Kennedys, the Lees, the Onassis, the Reynolds, the Rockefellers, and the Russells. They are all descendants from those who fell from heaven. They are the descendants of the Nephilim. This is why every single freaking time a UFO, giant, alien, demon gets a glimpse of exposure, someone ends up missing or dead, and information is scrubbed from the internet. But I'm not afraid to speak about it like your 501c pastor is. Those same people are those who run the world today, and Let's name them. The Paysewers, the Rothschilds, the Astors, the Bundys, the Collins, the DuPonts, the Freemans, the Kennedys, the Lees, the Onassis, the Reynolds, the Rockefellers, and the Russells. They are all descendants from those who fell from heaven. They are the descendants of the Nephilim. This is why every single freaking time a UFO, giant, alien, demon gets a glimpse of exposure, someone ends up missing or dead. And information is scrubbed from the internet. But I'm not afraid to speak about it like your 501(c) pastor is. Those same people are those who run the world today, and let's name them. The Paysewers, the Rothschilds, the Astors, the Bundys, the Collins, the DuPonts, the Freemans, the Kennedys, the Lees, the Onassis, the Reynolds, the Rockefellers, and the Russells. They are all descendants from those who fell from heaven. They are the descendants of the Nephilim. This is why every single freaking time a UFO, giant, alien, demon gets a glimpse of exposure, someone ends up missing or dead. And information is scrubbed from the internet, but I'm not afraid to speak about it like your 501(c) pastor is. Let me talk to the people.
All right, there you go. I replayed that video like 3 times because there were names that I didn't even know. I know about the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, but I didn't know about the Onassis and some other people he named. So it's in the video, so you can rewind it like I did. Shoot. But yeah, it's real out here, you guys, and hopefully I get my money from Disney. Hopefully I stop having dark figures following me around, and also I want, have like during the dark night of 3 o'clock in the morning, having things push on my head and push on my legs that give me pain for some strange reason. So pray for me with that. Excuse me. So yes, this is another video. Be aware of what's going on out here. Yeah, be aware of what's going on out here. Be aware of what's going on in Hollywood with your favorite actor, singer, dancer, writer. I'm a writer for Disney. I did a lot of writing for them. So be aware, because it's crazy out here and they're not playing. And if you look at my other video, the one after this one, the one before this one, you'll see the entities actually chasing this woman with hotel footage and also LAPD footage. And so yeah, before they scrub it, we need to know what's going on. Yeah, what's going on out here. And also, that first video I showed you should open your eyes that there are real things out here that's not human. Sitting in the jails that have your brother, sitting in the jails who have your mom, your sister, your kids, and they're not playing. I know I shaped this video to talk about my things and what I'm going through in Hollywood with Hollywood people, but it's real out here. You don't have to be an actor, singer, writer to be in jail on some dumbass. And they're demons, not just one. 5-winged black demons sitting in our jails right now, deciding our fates, deciding to kill our souls somehow, some way. So, and take as many people with them. The fallen angels' goal is to take as many people with them as they can. And so wouldn't it make sense that they be sitting in our jails, like face to face, sitting in our jails and sitting in our Hollywoods and our Paramount Mountains, the Paramount 21 star, 21 leaders of the Nephilim, and sitting in Disney, sitting at Universal. So yeah, be careful out there and just keep your eyes open and pray for me that I stop going through what I'm going through with the figures and pressure pushing on my head and my legs, giving me pain with the supernatural entities that's following me or whatever. So pray that that be done and I get my money from Disney soon and I can be fine and the hedge is over me, dealing with these things that are actually sitting in jail, probably plotting my next demise, planning your singer's next demise, probably preparing for your actor's next demise. So yeah, it's real out here. And so thank you for coming in to the Shantavia Chronicles. You guys have a great Friday and a great weekend. And goodbye. Please like, and subscribe.